Just got a Comfort Electric ride right now. Which way is it going? Away from the city. Away from the city. I got it up to 88%. I just barely turned it on, man, and it caught one, so hopefully that's a good sign, man. 'Cause I need to give me some $400 and $500 days. Doesn't look like they're carrying on with that $210 for 200 trips. Lower 48 bar and eatery. I don't know, man. Somehow, some way, I gotta increase my driving score, man. 'Cause I don't want that shit to be holding me back. See how they started taking score on our driving, and then they're like, oh, it's just for research purposes, and then bam, they're like, oh, now we're taking your score, and it's gonna affect the rides you get. Like, truthfully, they're full of shit. The fucking heater, so outside. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Let me know if it's a little too toasty or too
It
cold.
feels good right now.
Yeah, man, it's freezing right now. It's 32 degrees. And this weather doesn't know what to do.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Just as long as it's not raining, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bad cold.
I can deal with the cold better than rain.
Oh. I can deal with the rain, but I don't like both at the same time. Well, my name is Chris. I'll be your driver. I'm reporting for RC. Well, I was tripped out because Monday morning I was over here, because I live in San Antonio. I'll come over here to come work, and I was picking somebody up, and I hit the access road and 35 going towards San Marcos, and then I heard the police sirens. I said, "Oh, that fence is not good right there, man." And I heard the police sirens, and
It's
then
yeah, this is a
oh, this is not even a lane, huh?
yeah. Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's not your fault. Yeah, that fence, man, you can't see nothing. And I heard sirens. I'm looking so I could get out the way, you know. He was coming towards us. The policeman was chasing somebody on the access road,
Oh wow.
coming the wrong way. I had the passenger, so of course I pulled over and so they could go wherever they want to go, and I get out the way, and he got on the exit ramp going the wrong way, and the police crashed him. He crashed him, and of course he hopped out the car and started pointing the gun at him. I said he couldn't open the door because the car was right on the door, telling him to lower the window. The guy wasn't lowering the window.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, it's just gonna get more crazy. I don't know what it is, man. The pandemic just threw everybody for a loop, man.
The pandemic messed us all up some way.
I call it the scam-demic. I know people died and it was for real, but that wasn't natural, man.
Well, I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not a scientist, but people have been eating bats since they first seen a bat. So
it definitely came from a lab. Couldn't say that a little while ago, so
yeah, but U.S. is sneaky, man. I wouldn't doubt if they let it loose over there. Somebody let it loose over there from the U.S.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know about that, like whether it was intentional or accidental, but it didn't seem right from the start. A lot of people rightly questioned. It just didn't add up, but nobody was allowed to say that.
Yeah, because there's too much mystery behind it. Like you don't know what. And then I'm not gonna lie, I took 2 shots because I was taking care of my mom, and
yeah, a lot of people didn't have a choice and could only do what, either they had to keep their job or they had to take care of somebody who was vulnerable or whatever, but we weren't given all the information. And
because it was a fluid situation. But you know what? I felt bad for all the doctors and nurses that died, man.
Yeah, doctors and nurses died who were,
prolonged exposure.
Yeah.
Because they made it seem like it was supposed to be the end of the world. It felt like it. Everybody cooped up in the house. That's what made everybody a little more loony.
What's incredible about time is that it seemed to go on forever, but now it's in the rear view by several years.
Yeah.
So now people say, back in the pandemic and 4 years ago, and you're like, what? Wow. How did we? Because it just seemed like it was never going to end.
Yeah. And the felt bad for those people in the retirement homes. They couldn't see their family, and
That is the real crime of it all, is all the people that either couldn't see their family when they were in assisted care, nursing homes, retirement homes, but also all the people that weren't allowed to go to funerals. They weren't allowed to, gather. Simple gathering for loved ones
breaks your spirit, man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I don't know anybody who passed away, but it's still heart-wrenching.
Well, then you got that too, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't know anybody who knows anybody who died, and yet we know there are big numbers of people who died. And you're like, but how is it that we don't know anybody who died? We all know people who got COVID.
Yeah.
Even multiple times.
I got it one time, but I was symptomatic, man, and
But for all the people who died, how do we not know anybody who died?
it's just weird. The whole, I don't know, man. I just hope, man, these next 4 years is way better than those years that passed.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope for our country we can just
Get along, man.
get along, get better, get healthy again. Just
But I don't know. But with all Trump's rhetoric already, man, like, come on, bro. You're talking about taking over countries, and you haven't even stepped foot back in the office, man. I wonder would the military obey him if he wanted the military, if he wanted to send troops to go take over Panama, and that's all for his financial gain.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll see it. Like, it's hard to separate out what is just posturing and rhetoric versus and even negotiation tactics. On the one side, you get the things that he says, the things that other people would never say, can result in possibly hostages coming home, or it can result in conflict somewhere. You don't know where it's going to go, but I can't imagine that he's been pretty consistent about not wanting, being not for war unless it's absolutely necessary for our defense, and getting us out of war and not sending troops. So you'd think he wouldn't really send troops to do something like Panama Canal or Greenland or Canada or whatever. It sounds ridiculous even saying it, but to be consistent with what he's done, he didn't want our troops other places. He's been pretty consistent anti-war, so you wouldn't think that he would do any of those things, which then suggests that it's rhetoric, it's posturing, it's positioning to try to create action in some other way on a diplomatic front.
But he should know that the way you do business, takeovers and all that doesn't work in politics, man. It just divides.
Well, we're gonna see. Again, we're gonna see again.
But what's crazy is how more than 51% people voted for him. It's like, what does our country come to?
As much as I enjoy, and I hope that we get to a place where people can have frank, honest, open conversations and just talk to each other again. I think that if we can get there, that will be healthier for all of us. At the same time, our founding fathers did not intend people to be consumed by politics, thinking about what their government is doing all the time.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be, they were farmers and whatever. Life was a lot simpler then, but they imagined that you sent representatives to Washington and you didn't have to think about it. They were doing
the people's will.
They were doing the people's will, and you could get back to doing what was important to you, and we didn't have to spend all of our days talking about what the heck is going on in Washington.
Yeah, but that's the
It'd be
thing.
nice if we didn't have to do that.
Trump wants to be the first thing on the national news every day.
Yep. And the news feeds on that.
Yeah.
So but we can all choose to just turn it off and let them talk to each other.
I don't watch much TV these days, but I just mostly like to watch sports to begin with, but I like to know what's going on in the world. Yeah, ever since I was little, I always watched the news with my grandpa. That's how I picked that up from him. But the news is, bad news travels fast. So, and now it's the age of social media. Everybody finds everything out that way. But all these billionaires are bending knee to him already, man. And even Zuckerberg, he's taking away the fact checkers on his Facebook or whatever he calls it these days.
I've stayed away from social media. I've never had Facebook. I've never had Instagram. I've never had TikTok. So, each person does their own thing. If it's my sister has, it's not like I don't know people that I know what all the social media is and does. And my sister loves her TikTok, so she looks out and watches all the videos and everything.
I don't know. Now they're saying, Elon's in line to buy it or something. I don't know, man. SEC should have let him do anything after he pulled that one with Twitter.
I can't imagine he'd be able to buy it. He's got a lot of money, but
not a lot of brain. He shouldn't. All of a sudden, he's all political now. It's crazy, man. He was talking shit to Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, and he was trying to meddle in UK's business. And but of course, it's the Don in his ear too. It's going to be a bitter breakup. I already know it. Two egomaniacs can't coexist. Whoever tells whoever no the first is going to be the one who's pissed.
definitely an interesting dynamic. I think everybody, I've seen it in headlines and whatever, that people we're all anticipating when there's a breakup. Just like, because you can just see that's going, as you said, you get people with big personalities and big egos. Something has to give somewhere. They're not going to be buddies forever. So yeah.
But Trump owes him one though, or at least one. Let this truck go. People drive so well over here, man. Not everybody, but the majority. Yeah,
oh,
man.
My goodness.
Man, San Antonio sucks.
It's all relative, because I tell you, there are plenty of bad drivers here.
Nah, but man, I live in San Antonio, and I grew up in Houston, and I drive in Houston too. Houston's the worst. But I love the city, man, and even though it's the road rage capital of the United States, you just gotta watch out who you blow the horn at, and these people start shooting at you.
Yeah, driving somewhere isn't worth dying over. Try to not pick fights, get somebody more upset.
Just if people will wake up on time instead of waking up late, there will be less road rage. Man, it's the 18-wheelers I don't like, man. Some lady got killed. It was 318. Said there was 3 18-wheelers and 6 passenger cars crashed up somewhere up north on 35. The 18-wheeler, he just
That's horrible.
to a construction zone. Man, I almost got crushed by an 18-wheeler on a Saturday with a passenger in the car. If I wasn't paying attention like I need to be paying attention, I need to gauge all these cars and see which, if they're gonna get over with no blinker and you know.
Yeah.
And one time I was going home, it's probably been about 3 or 4 weeks now. I'm in the left lane. The truck's in the middle lane. He gets over to the right lane, so I get over to his lane that he was just in, the middle lane. Then he gets right back over, and I'm right next to him. Of course, I'm gonna get over. I didn't want to go up under it. And they don't care, man. Their life is not at stake. They're gonna survive most impacts. What about the average person that's driving? I know they're the backbone of the United States, but come on, man.
It's nice here. Obviously, you drive around enough to know the roads here, but because of Mopac, and people complain about Mopac, this road, but because of this, you don't have to go over to 35.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
There are 20,000 trucks on 35, but over here, it's rare to see
A rig.
any kind of 18-wheel or anything. They can drive over here, but it's out of their way
Yeah.
for most anything. So this is almost always just cars. Cars and maybe buses or something, but generally speaking, not many trucks.
Yeah,
So
but-
one less thing to worry about.
Yeah, but on traffic time, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, but this alleviates a lot of that, though. 'Cause if this wasn't here, who knows how that would look over there.
Right.
But I don't know how they would make it better over there.
But unlike, Austin, the geography here is different than the other Texas cities. And we don't really have, we do have an outer loop around the other side, like around past the airport on 130 and 45. But there isn't really a way to continue a loop over this way because of the hills and river, the terrain. So you can't do another bypass over here anywhere. We can only have these two roads. So we're pretty limited on ways to get around.
But Austin's growing so fast, man. They need more superstructure.
But there just isn't anywhere else to put a road.
Yeah.
So that they talk about actually doing deck over here, and it would be hideous. But I understand. I'm not for expanding, adding lanes. It doesn't typically work to alleviate congestion. But I do understand if you need more road surface and there's nowhere else to put a road,
Gotta go up.
you gotta go up or under.
They're saying that Elon supposed to transform this city, man. I don't know. I don't like it, man.
Well, he did way back when he first came to town. He did talk about doing a tunnel under the city, and that's never going to happen. But get the idea.
This is a great city, though.
I love Austin still. It's changed a lot, but I still love it. It's home.
And man, what you think of the playoff game?
Ugh. Brutal.
Well, who do you put that on? The coach, huh? I put it on the coach, man.
I put it on. I just put it on. That's how a game goes. Because I think it was well played, and I think a lot of people are like to hate on Quinn. I like Quinn. The weight of the team rests on his shoulders to try to win. Everybody has to do their part, and you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, but he's supposed to put the kid right there on the goal line. He's supposed to put the kid in the game.
I know. But
He's been doing that all season now.
yep. What they didn't do, they brought Arch in a couple times, and he's pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Within the red zone. So.
But you know what? The defense is on their heels. When he comes in the game, the defense is on their heels.
So it just ended up being unfortunate. And he didn't, of course, he didn't feel good about that. That was a rough way to end a career.
Yeah.
In a college career. So.
But he's not NFL material. Unless he goes like 4 or 5 years up under Mahomes or something,
The thing is, as much as I've liked Quinn as a college quarterback, and I don't want to be down on the guy, but I don't think he's going to be a big NFL player.
Nah.
Colt McCoy had a lot more going for him. Colt McCoy seemed like he was going to be
The guy.
He was going to be a massive NFL player. Like, he was going to be a legend when he went in, and he kind of just did nothing.
That hit, man,
And
against Pittsburgh.
yeah. So, but I think Colt kind of capped out. He'll play a couple years. He'll make a little bit more money. And
Is Coach still involved some kind of way with the school?
well, I mean, only as an alum. He still shows up and comes around, but I don't think he has any official capacity.
I know Vince has something to do. Man, Vince went to my high school in Houston, man.
Really? Yeah,
Man, that was the greatest college game ever, man.
Vince is still around, yeah.
He's not that intelligent though, man. That's what. Because in the NFL, you have to change, especially after that rookie year, because they got tape on you after that, so they figure out your tendencies. And I think Coach Fisher didn't want him to begin with. He's a defensive guy. I hated to see him go out like that, man. And Steve McNair too, man. I hate what happened to him. I hate they ran him off the team, and I love when I started becoming a Ravens fan when he went over there. Cause I met him when he was a rookie at Fiesta, at the grocery store right there by the Astrodome. Man, his neck was bigger than his head. It's like, man, he was playing Miss Pac-Man. It's crazy, man. I don't know. The Texans play Kansas City, man. Just hopefully, I know they're gonna cheat for Kansas City some kind of way. They've been doing that for them the whole year, man. And it's too obvious now. They can't hide it. The Chiefs are a great team, man. Mahomes is a great quarterback. They don't need favoritism.
I've always been a college football fan, but kind of come and go from the NFL. Once in a while, I root for a team, but I've always enjoyed college football more.
But this playoff, I don't like it, man. It waters down the season, because like during the season, every game is like the championship game, because you can't lose. You lose the game, you're liable not to be in the top 2. But now all the dynamics changed, and every school that had a bye week lost.
Right, that's kind of wild to see like that happened that way.
So I guess probably next year they're not gonna want to.
They don't want to take a break.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, that was weird. That's that rest versus rust.
I do think, and it's well, not always been this way, but definitely for a good while now, these college players can't possibly have an academic life.
And now they're getting paid millions.
And now they're getting paid millions anyway. But so it used to be sort of a joke, like athletes were only nominally student athletes, but now realistically, there's no way you can be actually doing a student workload while playing a tier 1 sport. I just don't believe it. I don't think that there's any time left.
Yeah, it takes too much of their time.
And they're flying all over the country, and they're like doing their NIL stuff, and they're doing their social media.
Yeah, that NIL stuff is messing up the college game, man.
100%. I completely agree.
Because now it's like they're just trading themselves from the money.
Yeah.
And it used to be for the education, because not everybody's gonna make it. Like what? How much? Like 1% probably makes it to the league.
I think just anywhere here. I'm actually going to go in the front, on the other side there. But
just tell me which way to go.
just right back there. But I got to get back around there. I guess you can loop around here a little bit. Yeah, just to the right of the steps.
Yeah, because it looked that way, but now it looks this way. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
You as well. Hope you stay safe out there.
I appreciate it, man. I'm on my toes, baby. I'm on my toes. My life depends on it. And my passengers, too. But half the time I'm driving without the passengers, so I just try to figure out the other car's tendencies.
I hope you get all the good riders and
Appreciate you, sir.
have a good day. Oops.
Have a good one, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Man, very, very intelligent conversation. Yeah, people over here are just great, man. They're more professional. They're not saying that San Antonio or Houston sucks, but like my boy Joe say, man, they living a good life over here. Boy Joe, man. Shit, you thought we went to the same high school? I know he's excited about Bud fighting Canelo, because I think it's not official, but it's unofficially official. I wonder how much turkey threw that boy Canelo. Bud doesn't have a chance, I don't believe. Bud doesn't have a chance, man. Too small, man, and he's gonna get slow, sluggish. Might hit harder, but man, you haven't seen too many people fucking rock Canelo. Medical Parkway. Riverside Deli. Yeah, I got another. So that's why I like, man. If only could be like that. It's not the dollar amount. It's the bam, 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 bam. The no downtime, man. And it's like it right here. Hello, sir. Alejandro? Good morning. My name is Chris and I'll be your driver and I'm recording for our safety.
You speak Spanish?
Guito.
Poquito.
Yo entiendo more than I speak it. Have a good day, sir. You're welcome. Let me start loading up this clip. Oh, hold on. Oh, my first passenger gave me $7 tip. So that was a 23.41 for 28 minutes, 15 miles. Let me see right here. I'm gonna load it up real quick and at least get the process going.